Hello everyone, this is TKF from X-1, and today I'm doing something a little bit different from what we've done so far. I'm on my own. Prince isn't going to be joining me for this one, and it's going to be a how-to tutorial. Basically, it's going to be how to cheat Botania using blood magic. That's right, that wonderful mod, blood magic. Now, to get started, I've already set up this over here to get me some LP so I can actually demonstrate things to you instead of the last time I tried to do this. I realized I had no blood network, so I couldn't set up the rituals. But looks like I've got more than enough. So I'm just going to jump right in. Early game for Botania, some of the best mana producing flowers would be these hydrangea things, which basically this is your average setup for that. You have a source block. Well, they can only take in water from adjacent blocks or diagonal blocks, meaning that if you have a setup like this, every time it takes a water block, it will produce mana, and that water block will just come right back. Because of these 5 in this plus sign, you don't really need this one right here, but it creates an infinite water source. So that is probably the easiest early game way to get your mana, besides the day blooms, obviously. But I'm going to show you a cheatier, better way to do that. Now, to kind of demonstrate, I'm going to bind this mana spreader to, actually, you know what? Even giving these guys the benefit of the doubt, I'm going to use the Gaia mana spreader, which has the highest efficiency rate. It transfers the most mana to the mana pool and loses the least over distance. So, to show you how much better this method is going to be than this. Now, over here, these are going to be replaced, but you also have, if you do a little bit of research, I'm not sure if this was added to the Elven knowledge yet, or if it ever will be, I don't know. But these things, the floating flowers, whereas these would just get destroyed by the flowing water and washed away, these actually act as blocks, meaning they will keep it from flowing. So, instead of having just 4 of these lovely mana producing flowers around a massive pool to set up the infinite source blocks, I mean, you could potentially replace these things with these as well, but that's, for the purposes of my demonstration, we are assuming, see there, we are assuming that you have the average setup. Over here, you can do 8 around this ritual, which is the well of the full spring, or something like that. And with just a regular mana spreader, if we, see, click on this, it doesn't have much. See, click on this, it's already got more. You can get twice as much mana. Actually, it's a little bit more than that because these are so spaced out. It's hard to transfer that mana over a longer distance. It kind of dissipates the further away you are. But over here, all of it's right here, and just right there. So you could potentially set up a whole nother one right here, one on this side, and so on. But that's just early game stuff. Later on, you get to thermal lilies. I'm not even going to show you the normal setup for that because it's pretty ridiculous to set up. It involves floodgates and all sorts of weird things. So I deleted my Master Ritual Stone on accident. There we go. I won't be needing you. Whoops. If I can spell, I'll just get a stack of these, just in case. And a Ritual Diviner. And Weak Activation Crystal, because you need that to stuff. Can this one... cannot place... I don't need Dusk Runes. So... gonna get rid of all of these, and... Full Spring. Serenade of the Nether. Boom. Now what this one does is it produces lava. Before I do that though, I'm going to put these around here. These are basically the same as the hydrangeas. I don't know how to properly pronounce the flower it's supposed to be, so I'm just going to say it like this. Hydrangea. Except they run on lava. And lava being a significantly more powerful source of energy, I suppose. You have thermal energy in it. You can, in some mod packs, break it down into copper, tungsten, iron, depending on the mod pack and machine you use. You get a lot more mana out of this stuff. Your usual setup, you would have probably this... you would have 4 of these. And they wouldn't be the floating ones. They would be planted on dirt, here, there, there, and there. You would have a floodgate either coming in from one side or from the top or bottom. I forget which directions the floodgates actually work, but you would have a source of lava, usually an ender tank or a portable tank, from a pump in the nether, something like that. And it's just not very efficient. You waste lava, you run through it very quickly because these things just munch, and this thing, as you can see, is just firing away. So actually, to get the most out of it, you really do need one of these Gaia spreaders, because each of these things, I don't know why they're not doing it, but usually once it takes in a lava block, it just shoots straight up this little mana bar that you can see underneath the title. And yeah, even having gotten rid of the mana spreader, this pool is significantly more full than this one. So basically, if you want to run the Elfin Portal, this is how you do it. You'll have all the mana you will ever need if you just get like 4 or 5 of these things set up, if you have the patience to do that. And that's Bob's your uncle. That's it. It's done. So yeah, this has been, I suppose, How to Cheat Botania with TKF. Have a good one.